Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Unit 5, Day 9. Today we are translating verbal situations and equations. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a phrase or a sentence and we're going to be translating it into an algebraic expression. When you hear the word translation, what you should think of is taking one language and putting it in a different form. Okay, so if I am translating from English to Spanish, I'm taking the English words and I'm putting them as Spanish words, or I could go on and on with that, but that's what the word translating means. So we're taking this phrase and then we are translating it and writing it as a math sentence. All right, so let's get to it. The key when you are translating verbal situations is you have to identify the key words. So all throughout the notes today, I am going to be emphasizing some key words that you have to sort of understand and know what it means mathematically. All right. Then you're going to just need to make sure that you write it in the correct order. All right. And so I'm going to be giving you some tips on that. All right. So the first set of key words, these are the words that mean the answer to some type of problem, all right? So the words sum, difference, product, quotient, those are certainly words you should have heard before. Maybe you've forgotten what they mean, but the word sum means the answer to an addition problem. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Product is the answer to a multiplication, and quotient is the answer to a division problem, okay? So when you are finding the sum of, and I'm going to write a number. So if I have some number, let's say I don't know what that number is, and the sum of a number and 2. What that would translate to is it would, whenever I have a number, I'm just going to write a variable. I'm going to use the letter X here. I could have used any other letter that I want, but I'm going to choose to use X. That's the most common letter or variable. So the sum of a number and 2 would be X plus 2. If I'm doing the difference of a number and 2, it would be X minus 2. If I was doing the product of a number and 2, that would be 2x. Okay, I don't have to write the multiplication sign. In algebra, we just put the number, the coefficient next to the letter, and that means 2 times. Okay. And then if I was finding the quotient of a number and 2, what that would translate to, or what that would mean, it would be division. So I would put X, and I'm not going to use the division sign. Instead, I'm going to write it as a fraction over 2. That means division. So X divided by 2. So again, here is the first set of keywords. And so what I want us to do in the next 4 problems is to use those keywords to write an expression for each of the phrases. Okay, so let's look at the first one. The sum of 8 and t. Well, sum, okay, that means addition. And what am I adding? Well, I'm adding 8 and t. So the algebraic expression would be 8 plus t. All right. Let's look at the second one. The quotient of g and 15. Well, quotient is the answer to a division problem. So I have to divide g divided by 15. All right. Number 3, the product of 5 and b. Product is the answer to a multiplication. So I'm going to multiply. What am I multiplying? 5 and b. So it just would be 5b. And then the difference, answer to a subtraction problem. So it is going to be 32 minus x. All right. So there you have it with the first set of keywords: sum, product, difference, and quotient. All right. Now, let's look at the next set of keywords. The next set of keywords that are important are the phrases less than and more than. And what you need to remember is that you need to switch the order of the terms when you see that. Okay, so less than obviously is subtraction, more than is obviously addition, but when you see this, you are switching it. In other words, if I said you have 10 pieces of candy and I have 5 less than you, what that means is I'm going to take the amount that you have and I'm going to subtract it from what you have. All right. So in other words, it has to be switched. All right. So less than, the first number is subtracted from. More than, the first number is added to the second. All right. Another example here is you have $5 less than Jennifer earned. Okay. If D represents how much money she's earned, again, it's not going to be 5 less than minus D. No, that's not right. Again, less than, we have to switch it. We have to take 5 away from D. So it's D minus 5. All right? Now, so with that said, I want you to pause it, and I want you to see if you can do the next 4 problems on your own. All right, here we go. So number 5, 8 more than X. Again, more than indicates I need to flip it. So I'm going to flip. It is going to be X plus 8. 6 less than P. I have to flip it because of less than. So it's going to be P minus 6. 14 less than F. I got to flip it. It is F minus 14. And then lastly, P more than 10. More than, I got to flip it. So it's 10 plus P. All right. All right, so we are halfway done. Let's move on to the next set of keywords. The next set of keywords are the terms twice or double. If I say twice or double, that means I'm multiplying it by 2. And then if I am taking half of something, that means I am dividing it by 2. Okay? Or if I said a third of something, that would be dividing it by 3. Okay, so let's look at the next 2. So twice as many points as Bob. So twice, again, means I'm multiplying it by 2. As many points as Bob, we're just going to say that that is B. Okay, so it would be 2B. Half the age of Sally. Okay, half is I'm dividing it by 2. What am I dividing by 2? Okay, I'm dividing by 2 Sally's age, which is we'll just call S for Sally. So it would be S divided by 2. All right. The next section is equals. All right. So equals is equals or is equal to. That just means that we got to put the equal sign. All right. So 5 more than a number is 6. Okay, so we got, remember, more than, we got to flip it. So we got a number X plus 5 is 6 equals 6. All right. The next one, the product, remember, product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So the product of 7 and B, so I'm multiplying 7 and B, is equal to 63. All right. Now, hey, I want you to pause it, and I want you to see if you can do the next 2 on your own. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. So we got the sum of R. So sum means we're adding. What are we adding? R and 45 is 79. And then the quotient of X and 7, that is X divided by 7, is equal to 13. All right. And we are almost done. We're going to land the plane here. In this last section, I'm just going to introduce two more key terms. And the key terms is sum or difference. But I know we talked about those, but here's the deal. When you are multiplying or dividing by the sum or by the difference, we have to use parentheses, okay? So you must use parentheses if you're multiplying or dividing by the sum or the difference. So if you see we are multiplying 5 times the sum of. Now when I do that, because I am multiplying it by the sum, I have to put parentheses around what follows. So this is going to be 5 times the sum of 6 and some number, which is x. So again, whenever you are multiplying times the sum, or you're multiplying times the difference, we have to put parentheses around it. So look at 25. 25 is 2 times the difference of y and 3. So it is y minus 3. And we have to put parentheses around the y minus 3 because we are multiplying times the difference. Okay? Now, for the rest of these, they're just like ones we've done previously. Okay? So I want you to do the remaining problems on your own. I'm not going to go over the rest of them for the sake of this video not getting any longer. But go ahead and do the rest on your own, and you can check your answers briefly at the end. All right, that's it. So in this video, we have learned to translate verbal situations and equations. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.